A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to ANB Exam Forum. Student, we have come up with a new topic in mathematics, and in today's session we are going to cover variance and standard deviation. Okay, and all these questions which we are presenting in this particular session are asked in specifically Railway Recruitment Board exam like NTPC, paramedical and many more. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's begin the session. But before proceeding, you should know that our channel has started a new series called Destination RRB, and where we have uploaded free classes for basic of computers and application, which consist of 20 marks, and we are continuously uploading the previous year question topic wise. Okay, and if you have not watched this video, you can watch this and get benefited from that. Coming to the syllabus, so this is technician grade 1 syllabus. Okay, and as you can see in the statistic, the topic is measure of dispersion. Range we have already covered, and in the today topic we will be discussing variance and standard deviation. Okay, I am not talking about this ungrouped and grouped data. The question will be mostly related to ungrouped data only. Okay, but the topic of today's session will be variance and standard deviation. Okay, so let's begin the session. So as usual, the important subtopic that you should go through before attempting this question. Okay, so the concept like what is variance, what is standard deviation, what is coefficient of variation. These are the three important topics, and from these three topics you will find 1 to 2 questions from this mathematics portion. Okay, and the important thing is you should know the formula. Okay, so let me write the formula for you. Okay, so first is variance. So you should know that variance is denoted by sigma square. Okay, and the formula is sigma I is equal to 1 to n. Okay, and it is basically the deviation. Deviations means from the mean. Okay, so xi is the data point value and x bar is the mean, and if you take the deviation and its square, it is the deviation square divided by n. So you are taking the mean of all the deviations. Okay, and if you take the square root of this variance, okay, so if I remove this square, so the square will convert into square root on the right side, so that will become standard deviation. Okay, sigma xi minus x bar whole square divided by n. Okay, so this is your standard deviation, this is your variance. So as you can see, there is a clear-cut relationship between standard deviation and variance, that standard deviation is the square root of the variance. Okay, in other words, if you square the standard deviation, you will get the variance. Okay, so we will have 1 to 2 questions from that. Okay, after that, coefficient of variation, the formula is very simple. It is coefficient of variation, and the formula is sigma. Sigma means standard deviation divided by the mean into 100. It is basically in percentage. Okay, so if you are multiplying by 100, it automatically can be treated as a percentage. So sigma divided by mean into 100. Okay, sigma is what? Standard deviation, remember. X bar is mean, you should remember. Okay, this formula just you need to remember. For concept I will make video if you want, otherwise we can straight away go with the questions. Okay, okay, let's see the first question of today's session, and we have seen this question in NTPC 2000 section, and the question says the mean of the given observation, these are the observation, is x bar. What will be the standard deviation? So they are asking the formula of standard deviation, a very simple one. Just now we have seen it is a deviation square and the mean of the deviations, okay, sum of all the deviations and the square divided by n, so you get the mean. So this is the correct answer. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see the next question. So yes, correct answer is B. Let's see the next question. Student, this question is from ungrouped data. Okay, most of the questions which we have seen in the previous year, they are from the ungrouped data. Okay, what is group data? Group data means you will have certain value for xi, say 1, 2, 3, 4, and there you will have frequency of all these data. Say it has come 3 times, it has come 4 times, it has come 1 time, it has come 0 times. Okay, so this is called group data. There is one other category in the group data, whether it is a discrete one or it is a continuous distribution. Okay, that I am going to discuss in theoretical part if you wanted me, otherwise you can learn in your textbook. Okay, so you need to find the standard deviation of the following data. These are the 5 data points. Okay, the very simple one, first I will write the formula and we can go straight away. Okay, so the formula of standard deviation, as I told you, it is the square root of what? Sigma xi minus x square x bar divided by n. Okay, xi is all the observations and x bar is the mean, divided by n is the number of observation. Okay, so instead of making a table, you can straight away go with like this. So first write the data 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, these are your observation. So first thing, you need to calculate the mean in order to get the difference. Okay, so what will be the mean? So your first step is to find the mean. So mean is what? 4 plus 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 5, 12, 12 plus 6, 18, 18 plus 7, 25. Okay, so 25, and you have 5 observation, so your mean is what? 5. Okay, so you get a mean value. So from each observation you need to subtract this mean value. Okay, so let's subtract it. So if you subtract it, 3 minus 5, you will get minus 2. 4 minus 5 is what? Minus 1. 5 minus 5 is 0. 6 minus 5 is 1. 7 minus 5 is 2. Okay, after that, if you see the formula, you need to take the square of all these difference. So if you take the square, it will become 4, 1, 0, 1 and 4. Again, you need to take the mean of this square. So the next step is 4 plus 4, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 10 divided by 2 is what? 5. 10 divided by 5 is what? 2. Okay, so you will get 2. This is a 2. Okay, so if you take the square root of 2, you will get the standard deviation. This is basically the variance. Okay, so if you see option 1 is there, square root 2 is the right answer for this question. Okay, so understood. So option A is the right answer. Let's see the next question, so you can have more understatement. Okay, so the variance of data set is 169. So variance is denoted by sigma square and it is 169. So you will need to find the standard deviation. So what will be the standard deviation? As you know, if you remove the square, there it will become square root, and square root of 169 is what? Plus minus 13. But we are interested in the positive value. Why? Because standard deviation cannot be negative, remember. Okay, so plus 13 will be the right answer, not plus minus 13. Okay, so plus 13 is the right answer for this question. There is a straight cut relationship between variance, this is variance, and the standard deviation. Okay, so option B is the right answer. Let's see the next question. If the standard deviation of a population is 9.5, what will be its variance. Okay, so standard deviation this time they have given as 9.5. you need to find the variance. Okay, so for finding the variance, what you need to do, you need to make the square of the standard deviation. That's it. So 9.5, the square of 9.5 is what? If you calculate it, don't confuse, it will become 90.25. I'm not calculating. Okay, you can calculate, it is very easy one if you use a Vedic mathematics. Okay, so 90.25 for this particular question is the right answer. Let's see the next question. Again, if the standard deviation of a population is 13, what will be the variance of this population? So standard deviation is what? 13. So the variance will be the square of the standard deviation. So 13 square is what? 169. Okay, so option D is the right answer. Okay, so so simple, we have seen these questions. Okay, coming to the next question, if the mean is 25 and the standard deviation is 5, then coefficient of variation is what? As we know that the formula for coefficient of variation is standard deviation divided by mean into 100. Okay, and standard deviation, the question says it is 5 and the mean is 25. So if you calculate it, 5 and 5, 5 5 is 25, 5 and 5, 5 2 is 10, so it will become 20%. Okay, so option C, those who have given, well and good. Option C is the right answer. Quickly moving to the next question, if the standard deviation of a set of number is 3 and arithmetic mean is 6, what is the coefficient of variation? Similar question, a very simple one. Coefficient of variation is what? Sigma by mean into 100. Sigma is what? Sigma is standard deviation, and standard deviation question says it's 3, and the arithmetic mean question says it's 6 into 100. So it will become 50%, right? So option D is the right answer. So simple. So we have only 3 types: variance, standard deviation, and the coefficient of variation. So from these 3 topics we find most of the questions they are asking. Let's see the next question, and this is a good question. So question says the standard deviation of 12 value is 3. So standard deviation of 12 value they have given 3. If each value is increased by 4, what will be the variance of new set? Remember student, whenever the value is increased, decreased, then there is no change in sigma, that is standard deviation. You can ask me why. A very simple one, I can tell you easily. So as you know, standard deviation is xi minus mean, and this is a formula. So if each value is increased by 4, suppose this xi, each value is xi, if I am increasing by 4, then as you know the property of mean, the mean will also be increased by 4 if each value in the set is increasing by 4. Okay, and if you solve it, it comes out to be xi plus 4 minus x, this is mean, x bar minus 4. So this plus 4 minus 4 get cancelled, and you have the similar standard deviation that you got after increasing each value by 4. So your standard deviation will not change. Okay, but they are asking the variance, not the standard deviation. So since your standard deviation remains the same, your variance will be its square. So sigma square is what? 3 square, that is 9. So simple, 9 is the correct answer. So option D is the right answer. Understood? Whenever there is some increase or decrease in the standard deviation and there is no change in the standard deviation, okay, when each value, just mark this word, each value is increase or decrease by certain value. Okay, let's see the next question. in this question the value of 5 variance is 16. Okay, so the value of 5 variance, that is sigma square, is 16. So whenever you find the sigma square, that is variance, you can easily get the standard deviation, that is sigma. So sigma will be square root of 16, and square root of 16 is what? 4. So what the question says, if each value become double, then find the new value of standard deviation. Okay, a very simple one. So you need to find the new standard deviation. So let's see, this is our old standard deviation, that is this one. I have write so many times, so you should also remember. Okay, this is the old. If I double each value, so sigma nu will be what? Sigma nu will be, if I am doubling each xi, so twice of that, and the mean will also be doubled, as you know that this is a property of mean, divided by n. So if you take 2 common, okay, so 2 common if you take, so I am taking 2 as a common, it will become square of that 2 will become 4. Okay, and again this 4, if you are taking outside, it will become the square root of 4. Square root of 4 is what? 2, and this internal portion will same as sigma old. Okay, so if you see, the relationship between new and old sigma is doubled. Okay, so if each value is doubled, then standard deviation will also be double. So here your standard deviation, the previous standard deviation was 4. The new standard deviation, after multiplying each value by 2, your new sigma will be double than that. Okay, so 4 into 2 is what? 8. 8 is the right answer for this question. So option D is the correct answer. Let's see the next question. If the variance of these data is 23.33, then what will be the variance of this data? Okay, very simple one. So just we have seen the property that if each value is multiplied by 2, your standard deviation will be multiplied by 2. Okay, so here if you see, each value is multiplied by 2, right? So your standard deviation, they are asking that this is a variance is 23.3, but we know that if standard deviation, if each value is multiplied by 2, your new standard deviation will also be multiplied by 2. Okay, so coming to the variance, since this is my new sigma, okay, if it will become twice of this is old one. Okay, and the new variance is what? Square. So you need to take the square of this, so it will become 4 times of the old variance. Okay, so if you multiply 23.33 multiplied by 4, you will get what? Option C, 93.33. Okay, so option C is the right answer. Okay, coming to the next question. So this is the group data. Okay, this is a question of the group data. So they are asking what will be the formula for that group data. It is a very simple one. So this is the ungrouped data. You know, this is the ungrouped portion, so you can eliminate this option. Why? Because square is not there. So whenever we take the difference and their square, then it is standard deviation. So it is also wrong, because this square is not this difference with the mean, it itself getting squared. Okay, so you can eliminate this one, and here it, after taking the difference, it is not taking the square, so this is again eliminated. So if you go with the elimination option, you can have your answer, but still if you have frequency of each data, then each difference will also multiply by the frequency, and if you add all those frequency, you are getting the total number of observation. That is a definition of the standard deviation. So option B, those who have given, they are right. Okay, so option B is the right answer. Let's see the next question. What will be the standard deviation of the following data? Okay, This I am giving you as a homework. Let's see who can give the answer. Coming to the next question, the variance of 20 observation is 5. If each observation is multiplied by 2, the variance of the resulting observation will be what? Just now in the previous question we have already seen this type of questions. The question says the variance is 5. Okay, and if each observation is multiplied by 2, then the variance of the resulting observation will be what? So as you know, the variance is what? Variance is, it is not square root, it is thus the direct xi minus x bar whole square divided by n. So if each observation is multiplied by 2, so mean will also be multiplied by 2, and if you take 2 as a common, it will become 4. Okay, so it will become 4 times. So the question should have 4 in it, so 2 square is what? 4. So option D is the right answer. Okay, so your variance multiplied with the 4, you will have the resulting variance after multiplying each observation by 2. So option D is the right answer. So what will be the standard deviation of the natural N numbers? And this is a very good question. If you do it yourself, you will have option A as the answer. I am giving you again this as a homework, and if you are finding any problem, you can just tell me in the comment box. Okay, so option A will be the right answer for this question. Okay, so we have seen almost, I think, 15 to 20 questions from this topic, variance and standard deviation. And we have already uploaded a few classes on basics of computer applications, and this is all in our this playlist, Destination RRB. Okay, so that's it. So thank you for watching, and if you have anything to say, you can write in our comment box. We will be very happy to answer those questions. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.